I should have had a bigger boat.
Hello everyone, this is Ben, and I'm back from my short break for New Year's. In today's episode, I'm going to be playing through a custom map for Blood, that of course being the Wacky Island, created by Tekedon. Now I was inspired to play this map because Tekedon himself commented on one of my Bloody Pulp Fiction videos, The Fort to be exactly, because one of his voice lines accidentally slipped into Episode 2, The Fort of Bloody Pulp Fiction. And that map was created by Red Fanatic, and I'm not sure how the voice line slipped in, and the context for it doesn't make sense. Because you go into the Red Fanatic room, and then he just says the boat voice line. But this is the origin of that voice line, and this isn't the only custom voice line by Tekedon. He's a Caleb impersonator, and he's done several work for several Blood add-ons, so he's been around for a long time. So to kick things off, we have a sight of a mime drowning into the water as the villager looks on. And this is a short map, so this one's going to be quick. Get some shotgun ammunition and a flare pistol. And inside this woods area, I'm going to grab some TNT and aerosol. Now this is the main attraction for the Wacky Island right here. Yeah, we got some platforming to do. Just don't forget to grab the shotgun shells from the back of the shed. So we now got our jumping boots. Gonna do our platforming. Yeah, gotta be precise. Now we use the jump boots. Get up the ladder. I'm gonna jump up here. This is Sparta. Yeah, poke him off the treetop. Now, there's an invulnerability up there, but before I grab that, I'm gonna hop across here. Yeah, be careful. And you don't need the jump boots for this. You can see a stash of items over here. Make the jump, grab the stuff, be quick, turn around, jump. And hopefully I can drop down here in time. Okay. Now swim up. Hopefully I can get some of this stuff running. So we're going to interact with this organ here. Crouch down. Take out the mini Calebs, and what do you look at that? It is a beast. Yep, that is quite the encounter, facing a beast early on. And don't forget to grab the doctor's bag and mega armor. Super armor, I'm not playing Doom. So let's go through the teleporter now that we got the skull key. We're going to go back to the starting area to blow up this crack on the wall. And this reveals the skull door, open that up. Drop down here into this witch's brew area that houses the life leech. More boots of jumping. Go into this room to be face to face with a mime head. I'll destroy that. Plus a doctor's bag in case you forgot it in the previous area. Blow up the TNT barrel. And would you look at that scenery? We got a little skeleton dude riding the boat. But of course, we got an army of zombies waiting for us. Disturbing the peace. So we blow them up. Where are you going? Yeah, there's a little lighthouse area over there. Now over here is a guns akimbo. Although I don't need it because, well, zombies and TNT. You do the math. But yeah, guns akimbo over here. We're gonna crouch down through here, grab additional flares and aerosol.
Ah, that music makes me want to kill somebody.
There's a fanatic up there. blow up those butchers. And would you look at that, a full line. No cutting! That never gets old. Here's a napalm launcher. Let's practice our target shooting. Alright, that was easy. Here's a voodoo doll, but I already have one. I might as well grab the additional napalm ammo. Now up here we have some basic armor and a case of TNT. And in that cave area that the fanatic was guarding. Remote detonators, more TNT, and look who we have here. We have Indy and Duke. Looks like they've seen better days. And if you decide to blow them up,
That's all, folks.
you get a life seed. So now let's drop down. Grab the Tommy gun ammo. And we're pretty much done with the amusement park area, so let's continue on through. Here's an airplane. We go inside it. Door shuts.
You're choosing Cabalco Airlines. Please remain seated at all times. And all electronic equipment must be turned off during the flight. We hope you have a pleasant journey.
I like the effort that it looks like you transition from land to air, so that it's nice to, very nice detail here. But yeah, that wraps up the Wacky Island, so we are done. So yes, that is the Wacky Island. It's a very short, very atmospheric, and pretty unique map. I really enjoyed it, and I could see where it could be put as a secret level, because that was the original intent of this map. Now, of course, the toughest part of this map, of course, is going to be the platforming, hence why all the jump boots. Of course, you're going to have to be very careful, be very precise. Of course, that was no problem for me, getting all that platforming done. But once you get past that, jump into the ring, into the foggy area with the organ. I'll call it the organ room. You have to get the skull key, and then once you grab that, you get a big old beast ready to fight. Now, of course, you have all those power-ups, the invulnerability, the guns akimbo, and the invisibility. But the time to get to it, and once you drop down into the water, because you fall down pretty deep into the water, it takes up a lot of time. So you may just get like a few seconds of akimbo and invisibility off. So Tommy gun always works against the beast, it's no doubt about it. And for whatever reason you just can't beat the beast, you could always lead the beast into the water. You could do that too. He'll just stay in there and he won't come up. Once you get past that, it's all smooth sailing. You get a nice scene of the beach and the lighthouse plus the boat. And then you got the amusement park. Get to see some more voice talent from Tekedon, which is very good voice work, by the way. And it's a pretty fun little attraction there with the amusement park. And then you get to see Duke and Indiana Jones as well. Grab a life seed from them, and then you're on your way to make your flight, which is a fun detail as well. It's like, I like it when map designers pull off these continuity stuff where they add these transitions. Like you're on the ground and then you're on the air, and you even get the announcement from the PA, from the pilot, announcing the flight from Cabalco. But yeah, that wraps up the Wacky Island. Very fun level, very short, somewhat challenging, but I love the atmosphere, love the custom voice lines, and the music in the amusement park. So yeah, that'll wrap it up for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.